Namaste. I am Madame Rosa, fortune teller, 5-star interpreter of the quote unquote fabled Book of Destiny. However, it does exist, and everybody's a card and they need to be dealt with. I want to wish everybody a happy birthday and stay tuned for my series, which will be uploaded day by day now because of PC memory limitations. And I hope you enjoy finding out what your birth card is and your planetary ruling card or planetary ruling cards are. I interpret an oracle. Well, first I want to introduce myself by way of a book I wrote in my past life. I was Paramahansa Yogananda, and I am writing a book in this lifetime, which will be called Autobiography of a Yogi, Part 2. And because if a lawyer is a female, do we call her a lawyerini? Because I was going to call it Autobiography of a Yogini. But I heard a guru on YouTube say, is a doctor who is a woman a doctorini? So I said, all right, let me entice people to take me to the Supreme Court with this book. And so therefore, I wanted to explain the amazingness of this system. I bought this book when I was in India, and I painted him to look like a woman because when I showed the book to everybody, people said she was so beautiful. And in fact, when we reincarnate, we can reincarnate in the opposite sex, in any race. And I just wanted to point out, and I'm not going to raise this up so you can see it because then it's going to mess with my focus, that in Yogananda's famous book that Steve Jobs gave to everybody, let me see if I could show you this. Steve Jobs gave it out to everybody at his funeral, and you can look that up. In the first chapter, My Parents in Early Life, the first thing that Yogananda mentions is his guru, which is interesting because in this lifetime, that dude reincarnated as my mother. So my guru in my past life was my mother in this life. I'll leave links and you can take my links to see my photo gallery. It's very interesting. Then he goes on to the second page where he actually mentions his mother. And on the second page it says, but mother was a queen of hearts and taught only through love. And what's interesting is I interpret a system that is a combination of playing cards and astrology, and it comes from ancient Atlantean, Lemuria, Egyptian. It's called the Book of Destiny. And my daughter in this lifetime, her birth card is, guess what? The Queen of Hearts, just like his mother was in a past life. So in this life, my actual mother was my daughter. So I'm talking about reincarnation, soul connections, and if you bring me people's birthdays, that's what I do. I help people understand the nature of their soul connection with their boss, with their lover, with their wife, with their mother, however you see fit to approach me with what information is needed. So what else did I want to share with you? This is 40 years of somebody's, one of the birth cards that I selected out of the book to show you. And so I'm able to see the yearly spreads for you. And so do hit me up, and everything's in the description box below. And let's proceed with the birthdays. Namaste. If you were born on December 22nd, you're definitely the 9 of Hearts. But you have to see if you're either the side of Capricorn, on the side of Sagittarius or Capricorn. So if you feel like you're a Sagittarian, you have the 9 of Hearts and the Jack of Clubs. And if you feel as though you are a Capricorn, you're the double 9, the 2 red 9s. So let me begin. All of the 9s are the universal givers, and the 9 of Hearts is the universal giver of love. All of the 9s have to, well, the number 9 is a magical number, and if you can research it. I won't go into it now, but let me just give you a couple of examples. 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, then you add 1 plus 8 equals 9, 9 times 3 is 27, then you add 2 plus 7 equals 9. Ad infinitum. So the nines are the universal givers, but they also have endings, tragedies, completions, divorces, graduations. And this, because of hearts, means this is a person who needs to let go of relationships which do not meet their needs and still retain the ability to be the universal giver of love without becoming bitter or cantankerous. Okay? So the universal giver of love is somebody who has a lot to give, but then, on the other hand, may become entrenched in bitterness because of endings in relationships. So that's a little bit of a challenge there. When it comes to the Jack of Clubs, the Jacks are all very, very wily and a bit crazy, fun-loving, and super creative. Now, the Jack of Clubs is very psychic, and they tend to be a little bit of a Peter Pan. Sometimes they don't want to grow up, but in any case, this is somebody who is very fun-loving and super creative, somebody who can write or draw, and if they're not artistically inclined, they're definitely very gifted with regard to maybe business. So, maybe buying a house, creatively fixing it up and then flipping it, this sort of kind of creative, business. So the Nine of Diamonds is on the Capricorn side, and that is similar to the Nine of Hearts, but this one regards values and money. So the Nine of Diamonds is the universal giver of philanthropy. And if this person, if all of the nines are not giving, they are not happy. And the Nine of Diamonds, if it's not sharing what is important or of value to this person, and it could just mean a meme on Facebook that is pithy or profound, but this person can also find themselves perhaps even raising money for the less fortunate. So the Nine of Diamonds, they may not be as free as they want to see themselves as being free. They do tend to have a lot of attachments with family and this, but that is not a bad thing. Those sort of things are really wonderful. It's really all depends on how you look at it. So, all right, if it's your birthday today, December 22nd, I'm going to pull 4 cards for you and wish you a very happy birthday. I do interpret the Book of Destiny, and so I would need your year of birth to be able to look at your year, however old you are that year. And I can look at from 0 to 99 years of your life. And if you're the Nine of Hearts and you're a woman, I can look at you as the Jack of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts, and if you have your own business, the King of Hearts. So I have many ways of looking at your life, and hit me up if you want a yearly outlook or relationship information. Just bring me all birthdays. So let's pull an Ascended Masters card for the year of those born on December 22nd. And this is a timeless reading. It is short and sweet, a short birthday treat. All the details lie in the Book of Destiny pertaining to your life individually, so hit me up about that elsewhere. Everything will be in the description box below. Come out of the closet. Coming out of the closet refers to having something that you haven't yet shown the world. Maybe a secret that you haven't revealed to the world. Maybe there's a certain talent that you have, but because of shyness or insecurity, you don't show it. So it is a year for you to come out of the closet. Maybe even dye your hair blue. I'm just looking at how pretty her hair is, and I love blue hair. I've dyed my hair a little bit on the bottom. But come out of the closet. So only you will know what that means for you. So this is a year to be bold, to be brave, to speak your truth. And we're going to pull a Doreen Virtues Angel Therapy card for you for the year. Okay. For the December 22nd people. My first boyfriend was December 22nd, and Joseph Smith was December 22nd. Woohoo! If you're a universal giver who gives love and gives of your values, perhaps you are giving some information from your heart, maybe writing a book, because it says here your life's purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. So there's a certain amount of spirituality in your year ahead coming regarding writing or reading or dealing with books. I'm challenged to write, and it's not an easy thing to do. Ernest Hemingway said, "Writing is easy. All you have to do is sit down at the typewriter and bleed." So let's pull you in angel therapy. Not angel therapy. Magical mermaids and dolphins. So come out of the closet. You might be writing a book. You might be starting a book. If it has been something that you feel led to do, get at least started on some sort of ideas. No pressure from me, because I'm not your most prolific writer at this moment, as I said. As Elvis Costello said, every day I write the book. So I'm learning a lot, but my book will be coming out. Okay, this is a card for December 22nd for the year ahead, and your year begins and ends on your birthday. I get music for manifesting. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. And for me also, I find that you might be at the grocery store and you may hear some music on, and it will be an answer to a prayer or the message that you needed to hear through the words of the music. And artists are channels of the divine, oftentimes unbeknownst to them, and so they will be channeling your messages for you. I'm going to pull you a water crystal oracle, which is based on the magnification of water crystals, which have been infused with the intentions of people based on the words which were written on the paper by the water. And this is for December 22nd. Prosperity. Wow. Come out of the closet, write that book, keep motivated. And prosperity is your power. It's a power card. And this is what the water crystal oracle looks like. It's like jumping out at you. And to me, in a lot of ways, it looks to me like a beautiful diamond. There are a couple of ones in here that look like diamonds, like an engagement ring. So that is your water crystal oracle for the year. And that's really pretty. My camera's behaving very nicely. So this is your water crystal oracle for the year. And I want to wish everybody who has this birthday a very happy birthday. And again, come to me with your specific details, and we can take a look into the Book of Destiny, which will be in the intro. A link to it will be in the intro. Thank you so much, and have a great year ahead.